In Korean book industry, recent 10 years of duration, the demand of books researching the structure and the human mind are increased. Many people have contacted with top quality books about these topics. How we think and how we deal with various situations are increased demand. To know the essence of thinking and understanding reality is warranted with science books too. The increase of demand on the science book led out the increase of publications in this category. The category includes books about neuroscience. Today, neuroscience and psychology books are very popular and increased its market shares. People who bought these books would like to know human mind deeper than usual, to understand how our mind works, and why the world is conditioned in this ways. The understanding about how our mind works is to know why the world works in this ways. We think we can be better knowing to ourselves and to get the wisdom of living life too. The neuroscience Prothminrung wrote the book Nega. The title is translated in English, Dr. Song's Neuroscience Lab, explain topics about human mind and brain. The book is concerned with not only the increased demand of popular sciences, the book also maintains rigor and excitement about neuroscientific lectures for general public. The lectures are ongoing with creative examples other authors introduce scarce, really helpful ways she introduces. She is neuroscience scholar and researches many years about neuroscience. Her book takes interdisciplinary topics such as the problem of self-identity or reductionism, which are cognitive scientific topics or philosophical topics simultaneously. Her way of dealing with these topics seem to be emergentism, enclosed medical purpose into understanding brain, and to improve our understanding in reality of human mind. In talking about these important topics, she uses synthetic mind not tilted in one side, approving medical purpose we can have to be with some kind of reduction and try to remove the interference from outside view. It is very humanistic manner cleverness in it. The research topics are around representative nature of human mind and how it is processed in brain. She explores several constituents of the topics, breaking inaccurate common sense, meanings of neural network in brain, neuroscience and society, and methodologies about neurosciences. In talking about self-identity, the question is, self-identity is illusion? She responds her position as affirmative answers both sides into unified explanation which explain well for the solution. According to her explanation conformative to common neuroscientific researches, she does classification of two aspects of representation. First, representation from external to internal. Second, from internal to external. The internal representation is manipulated by self-image. Brain takes significant role doing this. The brain's role doing this means comparison between internal and external representation is active with all human intellects. It is responsible through the formation of self-identity. The brain is needed to survive as active creatures. It is evolutionized apparatus to many other animals too. She affirms human mind is similarly using it. The difference human mind has from other animals is that the world around us is different ecological dispositions to us, even different from animals' neural evolutions. Human mind can process the stimulations given from external to internal, making connection to the agent related to the world. This makes self-identity and brain has functions about it. If hippocampus is hurt, we are hardly recalling past memory or hardly predict the future. According to the researches about hippocampus is one example how brain is working in human body. In this sense the brain is central nexus which controls this intellectual ability of human mind, so we need to know about memory in the brain. The first-person singular I of self-identity as flexible internal representation appeared on consciousness. The motor cortex and premotor cortex neural cells are activated when chimpanzees are grabbing nippers. Every living creatures can enclose interaction with external objects too. The evolution of human mind from same origin with chimpanzees as intellectual means, the process of external stimulation varies by how we think ourselves, developed as what I is doing. As the example of nippers picking up, carpenters know the flexible treatment when they use saw. Similarly principles the representers know more flexible treatment when they use chalk on the whiteboard. We share certain kind of life experiences with biological equivalents, anterior insula and dorsal anterior cingulate cortex activated. When these regions are activated, people feel empathy to other people's pain and sentiment. We feel others' pain as our pain. In turn, we feel projection to the feelings we have turned out brain activation from some regions to other regions reflective on self-identity. The internal and external delineation is in this reason definite and vague simultaneously. Self-image as I changes easily. It is not problem though, it makes us flexible. Internalizing tools like rubber hands or imitating others' gists when learning, the brain works as the collaboration with empathic mind. The evolution of brain contains actions and self-image as I, as well as someone else and us and you. The movement of my fingers dropping the chalk is not meaning as an illusion. The internal and external cannot be precisely going through, so it is surely true that I have this hand. As this hand is aware of my part, awareness of I, as conscious representative mind, it is to be awareness we have in mind phenomenally appeared onto our world. The ocean is mild, but after strong winds blow, huge tide occurs. The external factors, intensity of winds, water surface tension make stability so that water level not flown up. Previous tide influence would mean that next shape of the tide occurs. The delineation of the speaking about tides is dynamic. The logical delineation of I, as self-awareness is dynamic, not to be delineated precisely, and logical one-sidedness, its orientation is not applicable to anything else. The orientative not applicable to anything else. Free will is independent from external factors or from internal factors, so would not be free for us. However, our human mind has fitness to situations, it makes us excellent creatures. Evolutionary I. The strong belief on substance I is taking a rise to the question self-identity is illusion. The response is simple, that it is phenomena, not substance or illusions. Our sense of self-affirmation is from many attempts at the reorganization of the brain about what is important for us more or less. It depends on our life experiences with different conditions. The self-affirmation turns out self-defense to hide us into the shell. When we come out of the shell, turns out to active role as actions which actualize into our important virtue of life. The self-identity can change the physical reactions in our brain. The homeostasis feedback to the self-dynamic nature of our mind as organic creatures. Not only homeostasis, we live as social being interactive for storytelling while we are actively living life. I, as self-image, includes not only oneself, includes the storytelling of us, and it is one world. This exploration continues to each chapters with various topics. Very great time to read on. I recommend this book with learning much from it. The book as a whole, elegant movement of composition. The topics arranged throughout the book would be special and unique as she is academic pro. It would be very helpful book to grasp the contemporary neuroscientific discoveries,